Hello there. Wow, let me tell you about my day at work. Remember that big project I kept rambling about? The one that seemed like an insurmountable Everest? Well, today it felt like I reached the summit. I finally had that aha moment we creatives dream about. It was early in the morning. The office was barely awake, and out of nowhere this epiphany washed over me. Honestly, it felt like the universe itself whispered the solution to me. I know, sounds too dramatic, doesn't it? But the reality of my job is that it's not all plugging numbers and measurements into a design software. There's an intangible magic to it, a burst of imaginative spark that lights up every corner of my mind. So yes, being able to crack a thorny design block feels like a huge victory. And listen, don't let anyone tell you differently. Being promoted does put a little extra pressure, that tiny voice in the back of your head pushing you to prove your worth. I shared my breakthrough moment with Midori and Kiyoshi, and oh boy, how they had me in splits. It started off simple, congratulating me and all, but then Kiyoshi had to bring in his infamous food puns. I believe he suggested, quite comically, that the sushi place should serve my design along with dinner. Midori jumped in, and pretty soon we found ourselves in an impromptu pun-off. You know how Kiyoshi is with his food references and puns, right? Every word out of his mouth is either an unintentional pun or a dad joke of some sort. We decided to have a proper face-off at the sushi place. I've even been preparing some quirky sushi puns to throw at them. Did I tell you how I've got back to my running routine? Nothing quite like an evening run to decompress, letting the day's stress melt away. It makes a big difference, clears my head, and helps me approach work with fresh eyes every day. I've scheduled a marathon next month, and interestingly, this coming one is based on creative run theme. Long shot from now, but I'm excited about it. Besides, I've started listening to a new podcast lately. It's called Sketch and Tell. It's all about sharing the exciting tales and journeys behind various creative projects. Who knows? One day they may be featuring our journey with Volt Motors. Oh, and I tried a scrumptious new Italian recipe. As you know, mastering Italian cuisine is on my bucket list. And let's just say my maiden attempt at lasagna, not too shabby. Next time I have you guys over, it's on the dinner menu. So guess what? I was the Pied Piper of our local community today. Yeah, you heard me right. Played the role of an event organizer. Unleashed a little of my inner extrovert and spearheaded our local hike. It was an idea that they say shivers down your spine and ends up igniting a fire in your heart. A flame of passion to initiate something to unite our community. It was like getting the best of both worlds, enjoying the great outdoors and at the same time, strengthening those neighborly connections. Even made a new friend, Anna, quite an adventurous soul herself. On the run, I came across this amazing artist. The way he was maneuvering the graffiti can was like watching an orchestra conductor. He was creating this blend of vibrant colors, a sight for sore eyes. Then there was our fun-filled Sunday night. Just a few hours ago, we planned for a movie night with Midori and Kiyoshi. Midori's idea, Totoro it is. I mean, who doesn't love a classic Studio Ghibli, right? To make things more exciting, Kiyoshi decided to treat us with his MasterChef skills, offering us his homemade sushi. You know Midori's love for tea, right? So green tea is of course on the menu. Oh, remember the local hike event? I dropped the news bomb in the chat during our movie night discussion. Kiyoshi, with his usual jest, said that I was on overload, optimizing every cell in my body. Midori, supporting like always, mentioned we needed more initiatives like these. Actually, you know what? They are even planning to join us for the next hike. Kiyoshi got so pumped he is even bringing onigiri refreshments. The enthusiasm and support of our squad is absolutely lovely. Who could have thought our Sunday chat would turn up something like this, right? It was energy, it was enthusiasm, and above all, it was exhilarating. Now I am off to do some grocery shopping. Have to prepare for the movie night, right? Nostalgic Totoro, lip-smacking sushi, and soul-soothing green tea. All these are calling us. Need to stock up for the grand night where Totoro meets sushi. On that note, see how ironically our daily chores brew up such interesting plans, eh? Kiyoshi and Midori sure add an interesting twist to our humdrum lives at times, don't they? And that's why mundane moments can sometimes turn into unforgettable memories. So, I ventured into the world of writing today. Started a blog where I am planning to discuss design trends and my personal philosophy. There's something thrilling about putting my thoughts into words and sharing them in a public space, diving deep into my passion for industrial design. You know, every time I sketch a line, craft a prototype, or visualize a product, I feel that this is much more than just a job. It's part of my life, an extension of me. And now, with this blog, I get the chance to exchange concepts and ideas with other design enthusiasts, inspiring and being inspired. My friends have been really supportive about it. Midori, in her usual buoyant spirit, showered all her excitement and even helped me with a layout idea for the blog. And Kiyoshi, ever the philosopher, reminded us that while design is important, content is the king. It's interesting how we three, coming from different walks of life, connect and support each other so effortlessly. And this is precisely the kind of connection I'm looking to establish with my blog, a space where everyone shares a common love for design, encouraging diversity, yet looking for the same synergy. During our chat, we also indulged in some light-hearted banter about music. Bagged myself a catchy earworm. Can't seem to get Day 6's Shoot Me out of my head. For Kiyoshi, it's Superfly's Gifts, and for Midori, it's the classic First Love by Hikaru Utada. You see, for each one of us, music is our go-to remedy. It's like a personalized stress buster, cheering you up no matter where, no matter what. Oh, and guess what? I also saw an Italian cooking class online today. So, you can count the master Italian cooking step initiated on my goals list. Yes, indeed. Me, the industrial designer, can also develop culinary skills whilst mastering Italian cuisine. Yeah, Kiyoshi teased about invading his kitchen territory. But hey, you never know. One day I might successfully challenge his sushi with a mouth-watering plate of lasagna. That's something to look forward to, wouldn't you say? On a different note, my morning runs have been going great. There's a marathon next month with a creative run theme. Now that has my anticipation soaring high. Let me tell you, after a tiring day, there's nothing quite like a sprint down the park trail. It's like my way of managing the demanding work stress, getting my mind clear and lightened up. Music, running, cooking, and now writing all seem to form this perfect harmonious ebb and flow to my life.